The moon shines over Egypt, reflecting on the calm waters of the Nile River. But inside the homes of the Hebrews, fear grows. Soldiers march through the stone streets, searching every corner. The Pharaoh's decree is clear: no Hebrew boy shall remain. In a humble home, a mother holds her baby in her arms. She has spent months trying to protect him, but now she knows there is no more time. With trembling hands, she prepares a small basket of reeds, reinforcing it with pitch. Then, with a heavy heart, she places her son inside and gently pushes it into the current. Her eyes fill with tears, but within her, a silent hope remains. The basket sways on the water, drifting past branches and logs, following the river's path. Among the reeds, a young girl watches intently. Her eyes track the tiny makeshift boat as it floats toward the palace. At the riverbank, a group of women bathes, laughing and chatting under the hot sun. Among them, the Princess of Egypt. Something in the water catches her attention. As she moves closer, she finds the basket. Gently, she lifts the lid and sees the baby inside. She holds him in her arms, and on her face, an expression of tenderness. The destiny of this child had changed. Time passes, and the baby grows within the walls of the palace. Now he is Moses, a prince of Egypt. His garments are fine, gold adorns his arms, and feasts are always at his disposal. He rides alongside nobles, learns from the wise, trains with warriors. But beneath it all, something inside him feels unsettled. From the palace balconies, Moses gazes at the city. Under the scorching sun, the Hebrews toil without rest, carrying stones, raising immense structures. He watches their struggle, their weary eyes, the sweat running down their faces. Something inside him stirs, but he does not know why. Days pass, and Moses begins to notice every detail around him differently. During a walk through the streets of Egypt, he overhears whispers among the workers. An elder tells a story of a Hebrew baby who was saved from the waters. Moses feels his heart race. He searches for answers. Amid the stone streets and dust, he finds an old woman. Her eyes are kind, filled with wisdom. When she sees him, she smiles. Moses feels something inexplicable, as if he knows her from somewhere. A truth hidden for years comes to light. Moses is not Egyptian. He belongs to the people who toil under the scorching sun, to those he watched from the heights of the palace. The palace no longer feels the same. The golden corridors seem cold. The banquet food has lost its taste. He feels torn between two worlds. But which one is truly his home? One day, while walking near the construction sites, Moses witnesses a moment that will change everything. A Hebrew man lies on the ground, too weak to continue. Exhaustion has taken over his body. Moses watches the scene, and a deep emotion rises within him. An impulse drives him to act. He steps forward, trying to stop the injustice. But things do not unfold as he expected. The silence around him grows heavy. The looks of those nearby change. Moses realizes he can no longer stay. The news spreads quickly. The Pharaoh will learn of what happened. He must leave the palace. Without looking back, Moses flees. The desert stretches before him like an endless sea of sand and heat. The sun scorches his skin. His feet sink into the hot ground. His water runs out. Exhaustion becomes unbearable. Moses falls to his knees. He does not know where to go, what to do. For a moment, he thinks everything is over. But then, in the distance, he sees a small group of people near a well. Some women struggle to water their sheep. Even in his exhaustion, Moses gathers the strength to rise. He walks toward them and helps. The kindness he shows changes his destiny once more. They welcome him and take him to their home. There he finds a new refuge. A wise man named Jethro receives him with generosity. For the first time since he fled, Moses feels a hint of peace. That night, lying under the starry desert sky, he takes a deep breath. His past in Egypt feels distant, his future uncertain. To be continued.